Fortu Legaspi. I am currently serving as a board member for the Philippine Guild of Watercolorists and the International Watercolor Society Philippines. The artwork covered is a 16 by 19 inches watercolor painting. The concept was inspired by news of how different people are reacting to the situation and covering themselves in varying degrees. Some opt to wear simple masks while others choose to envelope themselves with layers of gears. The painting is a reflection of the serious need for every human living today to be covered in order to survive. My mom was a fashion designer. I grew up surrounded by different fabrics and shiny ornaments at home. So shortly after graduating from university, I studied in the Fashion Institute of the Philippines, where I learned how to illustrate figures and clothes. I believe this is where I get my fascination for details and passion to render fabrics. Hayakan weaving inspired fabric was also used to shroud the subjects as a reflection of how various Philippine weavers from different indigenous tribes are playing their part to provide materials for the production of protective gears. It also shows the society's three major reactions to the pandemic: hope, fear, and indifference, illustrated in the faces of the three ladies in the painting. The artwork displays three people covered in one blanket, and this bears the message that regardless of how you are reacting or dealing with a situation, your feelings are valid and you are not alone. I have been doing art for as long as I can remember, but my fascination with watercolor started with the comic book Kabuki by David Mack and the artworks of Yoshitaka Amano. I studied nursing in USC as my pre-med course, but realized in my second year that it is not the path that I wanted to take. So after graduating and acquiring my license, I started my journey as an artist. Being in quarantine cuts the chances of being able to paint on the spot and participate in exhibits. I live in a home with my husband and cat, but I am very fortunate to have my in-laws as my neighbors. Most of the time, I use my nephews and nieces as models. Two of them are actually the painting. Being part of the Philippine Guild of Watercolorists and the International Watercolor Society Philippines also plays a significant role in keeping me inspired, because staying connected with other artists encouraged me to keep on creating. The pandemic has overwhelmed nations, and it is during these times when people turn to the arts to understand and gain perspective. Therefore, regardless of the level of isolation you are forced into, you should continue to create. Paint what is on your mind, dance with your feelings, sing your heart out. As long as you produce art, the audience will find you.